Queen Vela of the Xelari Dominion stood alone in the Hall of Memory, her golden armor dulled with morning dust. Around her, floating holo images flickered, scenes from a war that had ended 5 years ago. Her daughter, Crown Princess Calith, led the final strike on Earth. Then, nothing. No wreckage, no survivors, just silence. To the galaxy, Calith was dead. To her people, a martyr. To the Queen, a wound that never healed. But today, that silence broke. A transport ship, battered and barely holding together, drifted into orbit over the capital world. It sent no signals, made no demands, just appeared like a ghost. Cameras caught it first, then the royal guards, then the news feeds. And then she stepped out. Calith, still tall, still proud. Her silver-blue skin marked with new scars. Her eyes burned with something different now, something softer but sharper. And beside her, a human. Not in chains, not on his knees. Holding her hand, the galaxy froze. Back on the palace command deck, Queen Vela stared at the live feed, her breath stolen. Her mind refused to believe what her eyes showed. Then came the whispers across the court. Panic in the halls. Screams in the streets. She's alive. And with him asterisk. Is it really her? Is he controlling her? The Queen didn't speak. She only watched as her lost daughter walked forward, unafraid, unbroken, and smiling. Because Calith wasn't just back. She was changed. And she had brought a story. One that would shake the Dominion to its core. Let me know if you want part 2 or if you'd like to continue building this story together. His name was Marcus Vale, or at least that's what he told himself every morning. Before the war ended, he was a Terran media officer, officially ranked as a lieutenant, unofficially known across Earth as the Voice of Lies. He didn't fight battles. He created them. From a hidden studio beneath the ruins of New London, Marcus ran the most successful propaganda network in human history. He made losing sound like winning. Retreats became strategic advances. Dead soldiers were heroes rising again in spirit. Once, he even convinced half the planet that the Xelari had surrendered, on live broadcast. It took 2 days for the truth to catch up. But when Princess Calith's ship crashed near his base during the final assault, everything changed. She was broken, burned, bleeding silver blood into the dust of Earth. Marcus found her. He could have called for backup, called in a strike, finished the job. Instead, he carried her inside. For weeks, he kept her alive with stolen medkits, old tech, and sheer stubbornness. He talked to her while she slept, told her stories about humans, how they lied, how they laughed, how they never gave up. When she woke, she should have killed him. Instead, she asked, "Why save me?" And he answered, "Because someone had to." They didn't become friends, not at first, but they became something else, something neither of them expected. Understanding. Over time, Calith stopped trying to escape. She started asking questions. About Earth, about humans, about why they fought so hard when they knew they'd lose. Marcus didn't always have answers, but he had stories. And she listened. Eventually, she stayed. Not because she had to, but because she wanted to. Now, years later, here they were. Back on Xelari Prime, walking side by side. A warrior princess and a man who built empires out of lies. As the palace guards raised their weapons, Calith simply looked ahead. Marcus squeezed her hand. He smiled. "Welcome home," he whispered. And behind them, the galaxy began to break. Want part 3 next? Let me know. The court was chaos. Inside the Grand Hall of Dominion, nobles, generals, and advisors argued like a pack of wild animals. Some screamed for Marcus's head. Others stared at Calith like she had risen from the dead just to insult them. Queen Vela sat on her obsidian throne, silent. Her face showed nothing, but her eyes. Those burning red eyes watched everything. Caliph stepped forward. "Mother, I return not as a ghost, but as your heir." The queen finally spoke, and he asterisk is your what? Prisoner. No, Caliph said. He is my consort. Silence fell like a hammer. Marcus stood tall, even though every eye in the room wanted him dead. He gave a small bow and smiled like he belonged there. He didn't. Not yet. Later that night, in a private chamber guarded by soldiers who probably wanted to stab him, Marcus whispered to Caliph, "They're going to kill me in my sleep, aren't they?" "Probably," she said, sharpening her blade, "unless you convince them not to." He grinned. Now that asterisk was a challenge he could win. By morning, the court thought Marcus was insane or brilliant. He sent secret messages to nobles, each one tailored to their fears and desires. One noble believed Marcus had secret tech from Earth. Another thought he could destroy the queen. A third thought he was a prophet. None of it was true. But that didn't matter. Truth wasn't powered here. Perception was. And Marcus Vale knew how to twist perception better than anyone. Soon, the court wasn't just scared of him. They were curious. Some even started copying his style, his slang, his jokes, even the way he smirked when he said nothing. Queen Vela watched all this from her throne. She saw the shift. Her daughter had returned with a broken man, who now held more influence than half her court. And worst of all, he hadn't even tried yet. Let me know if you want part 4 next. We're building something epic here. The court gathered again, this time not for ceremony, but for judgment. Queen Vela had seen enough. The whispers, the rumors, the subtle shifts in power. Marcus Vale was no prisoner, no fool. He was something far more dangerous. A man who knew how to make others believe . So she called him forward. "Speak," she commanded. "Tell us what you are." Marcus stepped into the center of the grand hall, hands behind his back, calm as if he were giving a TED talk. "I am not a soldier," he began. "I did not build weapons. I never fired a shot. But I won your war." Gasps rippled through the crowd. Caliph narrowed her eyes. Even she didn't know where he was going with this. Queen Vela leaned forward. "Explain." Marcus smiled. "You wanted Earth. You needed it. But your generals, they were afraid. Your people, tired. And the humans, we were broken, but we weren't beaten." He paused. "So I gave both sides what they needed." More silence. "I fed the auxiliary false reports that Earth was preparing a final strike. That made you attack faster, harder." He turned to the nobles. "And I told my own people that victory was close, that one last push would save them. It kept them fighting long after they should have surrendered." He spread his arms. "In the end, I didn't lose the war. I ended it, faster than either side dared." The room exploded. Some screamed for execution. Others stared at him like he had just rewritten history in front of them. Queen Vela raised a hand. Silence returned. She studied him, then asked the question that mattered most. "Why?" Marcus looked her in the eye. "Because someone had to." Caliph stepped beside him. "Then let him live." The queen said nothing, but deep inside, she felt it. The ground beneath her throne was shifting. Not from armies, from ideas. And ideas, she now realized, were the deadliest weapon humans had ever built. Want part 5 next. Let's keep rolling. Marcus Vale wasn't executed. Instead, Queen Vela did something far more dangerous. She gave him a chance. A challenge. "If you are so clever," she said before the court, "then prove your worth. Caliph claims you helped end the war. Let us see if you can help win peace." Caliph knew what this was. A trap. But Marcus only smiled. "I accept." That night, he began work. Not with weapons, not with armies, with Stories. He built a new broadcast system from old Terran tech and hacked into Sci-Fi media streams. Within hours, the galaxy was watching something no one expected. Truth, or at least a version of it. Clips of the Queen's secret meetings, leaked messages showing her manipulation of public fear, old speeches twisted into biting satire, songs mocking the nobles, memes making heroes out of rebels. And always, at the center of it all, Caliph, the lost princess, the warrior who returned, the voice of a new future. The people began to listen. Then they began to believe. Supporters emerged from the shadows. Soldiers whispered in secret. Even some nobles started questioning the Queen's rule. Queen Vela tried to shut it down. She cut feeds, arrested suspects, burned servers. It didn't matter. The memes had gone viral. Even her own guards were caught quoting Marcus's fake news reports as jokes. One noblewoman was found humming a rebel anthem while getting her nails done. The Queen called for order. The people called for change. And then Caliph made her move. She stood before the Grand Hall and declared herself ruler, not by blood, but by will of the people. The Queen laughed, until the army bowed to her daughter, until the sky lit up with floating banners saying, **TRUTH, OVE or TYRINNY, **, until even her closest advisor whispered, "We're losing." Queen Vela looked around. Her throne still sat tall, but the world beneath it had already shifted. Want Part 6 **. Let me know and we'll dive into the final push toward revolution. Caliph stood on the edge of a throne she had not yet claimed. The people loved her. The army followed her. But the Queen still lived. And that meant war. Marcus watched from the shadows as Caliph paced their private chamber like a caged beast. "You should have let me die," she muttered. "It would have been easier." Marcus leaned against the wall, arms crossed. "Yeah, and then what? Back to silence. Back to lies." She turned to him. "You built your life on lies." He smiled without joy. "Only because I knew how powerful they were. You're building something real. That's harder." She didn't answer right away. Instead, she walked over and touched his face. Her fingers traced the scar on his cheek, the one she had given him during their first fight. "I love you," she said, "but I don't know if I can trust you anymore." That hurt more than any blade. Later that night, Marcus sat alone in the command room, staring at data streams, news feeds, and military reports. He was winning the war, not with weapons, but with perception. And that scared him, because he'd done this before. He'd made people believe things that weren't true. He'd built hope out of smoke. He'd ended a war by lying to everyone. Now he was about to start a new one the same way. He turned to Caliph and said, "We fake your death. Stage an attack. Make the Queen look like a monster. The people will rise. We take the throne in mourning." Caliph stared at him. "You want to make me a martyr?" she asked. "If it works," he said. Silence stretched between them. Then she nodded. "Do it." So he did. The next day, a fireball lit up the palace. Smoke filled the sky. A broken body, hers, was pulled from the ruins. The galaxy screamed. And the Queen. She watched it all happen, unmoving, unsure, until the streets exploded with rage. Rebels rose. Cities burned. And for the first time in centuries, the HFY dominion began to fall. Not from force. From belief. Want the final chapter? Let's finish this story with a bang. Years passed. The HFY dominion fell. In its place rose the Sci-Fi human concord ***, a new empire built not on conquest, but on stories. Caliph was now queen. Her people loved her. Her laws brought peace. Her speeches made even enemies pause and listen. But she ruled alone. Marcus Vale was gone, or so everyone believed. In a hidden chamber beneath the royal palace, Marcus watched the galaxy change through live feeds and data streams. He wore no crown, no uniform, not even his real name. He was a ghost, a myth, a legend whispered by rebels, diplomats, and comedians alike. Some said he had died saving Caliph. Others claimed he had never existed at all. Only a few knew the truth. Caliph did. She visited him sometimes, late at night, when the world thought she was asleep. They talked like they used to, about lies, truth, and what came between. "You could come back," she once said. "To do what?" he asked. "Rule? Preach? Get in your way?" She didn't answer, because she knew. As long as Marcus Vale remained a symbol, he was more powerful than any king. And the galaxy feared symbols more than swords. Outside the palace, life changed. Humans and Silari worked together. Children learned both languages. Jokes crossed species. Memes united armies. And somewhere deep in space, a new threat gathered strength. A warlike race called the Vorthax saw the Concord's peace as weakness. They prepared to strike. When Marcus read the first reports, he smiled. Then he opened his old broadcast channel. One last time. Across the stars, messages lit up. Greater than "they think we are soft." Greater than "they think we are weak." Greater than "but let them come." Greater than "I've already written the ending." And somewhere, far away, Caliph read those words. She smiled too, because she knew. This time, the war wouldn't be won with weapons. It would be won with *stories*. Just like always. The end. Would you like me to turn this into a full ebook or add illustrations for each part? Let me know how you want to continue.